Imagine standing in one spot for more than 14,000 years and watching the entire world change around you. No skyscrapers. No traffic. No Times Square. No New York City. Just forests, rivers, wildlife, and silence. But here's the crazy part. That exact same ground will eventually become one of the most famous places on Earth. So let's rewind the clock, all the way back to around 12,000 BC. The land is wild and untouched. Massive forests stretch across the horizon, rivers flow freely, and wildlife moves through the landscape without a single road or building in sight. For thousands of years, the scene barely changes. Then, something begins to shift. People start appearing along the waterways. At first, it's barely noticeable. Small groups move through the land, hunting, fishing, and gathering what they need to survive. But slowly, they return to the same places. Simple shelters appear. Paths begin forming. And the land starts carrying the first signs of human life. Generations pass. The landscape changes little by little. More permanent communities develop around the rivers and coastline. Canoes move across the water. Trade begins connecting different groups. Life becomes more organized. But nature still dominates everything. And for thousands of years, this balance continues. Until the horizon changes again. Thousands of years disappear in moments. Wooden ships begin appearing on the water. European explorers reach this coastline, followed by traders and settlers searching for opportunity. A small settlement begins growing at the southern end of Manhattan. At first, it looks almost insignificant. A few wooden buildings. A rough shoreline. A handful of ships. But don't blink. Because this tiny settlement is about to become New York City. The waterfront gets busier. More homes appear. Trading expands. Roads begin replacing old paths. And slowly, the wilderness gives way to a growing town. Then the name New York becomes attached to this place. Still, it looks nothing like the city we know today. There are no skyscrapers. No massive bridges. No glowing skyline. Just a growing port with a huge future hiding underneath it. And then the pace changes. The 1800s arrive. People pour into the city from around the world. Factories appear. Warehouses fill the waterfront. Streets become crowded. Horse-drawn carriages race through the growing city. And suddenly, New York isn't just growing. It's exploding. The city expands northward. Neighborhoods multiply. Buildings get bigger. The population keeps climbing. And then something happens that changes the skyline forever. Steel. Elevators. And the race to build higher. Instead of spreading across the ground, New York starts reaching for the sky. One building becomes 10. 10 become hundreds. The skyline transforms almost before your eyes. The Empire State Building rises above the city. Cars replace horses. Subways connect the city underground. Bridges connect the boroughs. And Times Square lights up the night. Decades pass. The skyline changes again and again. And now, in 2026, the same land that once held forests and wildlife is covered with glass towers, streets, trains, and millions of people. One location. More than 14,000 years. And the story still isn't over. So here's the question. What will New York look like 100 years from now? Drop your prediction in the comments. And if you want to watch more incredible places travel through thousands of years of history, hit that like button, subscribe, and join us for the next journey. Because this timeline is far from over.